three caves today. These caves are Jensen Cave, Middle Cave, and Timpanogos Cave. They're all joined by a series of tunnels that we're going to show you as well. You ought to be glad when you get to walk down the tunnels and don't have to hike the three separate openings today. You think hiking up that little asphalt trail was tough. You got to see where the other openings are. So, you are now in Jensen's Cave. This is the first of the three caves discovered. It was discovered by a guy named Martin Jensen in 1887. He's a woodcutter by trade. He came up to work one morning down in the canyon below us here. When he got to work, he saw fresh cougar tracks, mountain lion tracks, in the snow that had fallen overnight. So his job, he thought, was to follow that track and see where it went. He came right up the hill and came right through the opening that you can see behind us where you can see the daylight shine. That is the natural opening to Jensen's Cave. That's where he came in. When he brought his friends and stuff back to see the cave that he found, part of the problem in 1887 was people really didn't think much about all that characteristics preserved something like. So it was one of those things where there wasn't a whole lot of protection in place. And then in the early 1890s, a group came in called the Duke Onyx Company, thought that this beautiful example of the flowstone that you see in the cave there, where it was actually onyx. And so they thought they could mine it out of here, and so they did. They rigged up a big pulley system. You can see some of the bars in the ceiling over here. They rigged it out so they could pulley these great big old slabs of stone out of here. They slid it down the mountain and put it on a wagon and hauled it down and put it on a train car. Took 2 full freight car loads of stone out of this cave before they figured out it wasn't onyx. But the damage had been done. And so that's what you see when you get a cave like this, that where the treasures haven't been protected. Now you can still see there's some beautiful things in here. Here's kind of an interesting one right here on the wall behind you. This is one of a fossil from the coral. So you can tell there's this one here, and then there are several other pieces on down through the rock right down here. So you can tell that because of this, that this thing home used to be underwater. Not that the water was this deep, but that this cave was this low in the canyon before. If you look at the geology of this canyon, you can see that this whole thing has just been pushed right up and shows right outside. Any questions about Jensen's Cave? Okay, if you want to see the rest of Jensen's Cave, you have to do a special tour. You go right back through that area right there. They give you a hard hat, the headlamp, and a pair of gloves. You get to crawl through the 300 feet of mud and water down a little steep spot with a rope. Do a little bit of actual caving, and they introduce you to some of the ethics and the things that are involved in being in the cave. You have to be at least 15, pay a few extra bucks, and sign up for a special tour. But it's a lot of fun to do like that.